The sun beat down on the African savannah, casting long shadows over the golden grasslands. The air was thick with the scent of earth and the distant calls of wildlife. Birds called from thorny acacia trees, their songs a symphony of the wild. The savannah was alive with the sounds of nature, a testament to the land's untamed beauty. In this vast and vibrant land, a young boy named Shaka was born into the Zulu clan. His birth was a moment of both joy and uncertainty. The year was 1787, a time when the Zulu people were just beginning to rise in prominence. His father, Senzangakona, was a minor chieftain, a man of some influence but not the most powerful in the region. He had many wives and children, each vying for his attention and favor. Shaka's mother, Nandi, was not the chief's main wife. She was a woman of strength and resilience, but her status made life difficult for her and her son. This made Shaka an illegitimate son, a child born out of a union not fully recognized by the clan's traditions. He faced scorn and prejudice from an early age. Life was harsh, and the other children often reminded him of his lower status. The whispers and sneers were a constant reminder of his place in the world. Despite these challenges, Shaka learned the ways of the wild. He spent his days honing his skills, learning to track and hunt with precision. He hunted with his peers, each expedition a test of his growing abilities. He learned to survive in a world that seemed determined to break him, but he also felt the sting of rejection. The other boys often excluded him, and the adults looked at him with disdain. His father did not protect him, choosing instead to focus on his other children. Senzangakona's indifference was a wound that cut deep. His half-brothers saw him as a threat, a rival for their father's limited affection and resources. They bullied him, trying to assert their dominance. Eventually, the tension became too much. Shaka and his mother were driven away, forced to leave the only home they had ever known. They found refuge with another clan, a place where they could start anew. It was a chance for Shaka to prove himself without the shadow of his father's legacy. Even in exile, Shaka excelled. He embraced the challenges of his new life, using them as opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. He grew tall and strong, his body a testament to his hard work and determination. His presence commanded respect, even from those who once doubted him. He displayed courage and cunning, traits that would serve him well in the years to come. He yearned for acceptance, a place where he truly belonged. He dreamed of proving his worth, of showing the world that he was more than just an illegitimate son. His ambitions were as vast as the savannah itself. Little did anyone know, this outcast would one day forge an empire. His journey was just beginning, and the world would soon know his name. His name would be whispered in awe and terror, a legacy that would endure for generations. He would be known as Shaka Zulu, the warrior king who reshaped the destiny of his people and left an indelible mark on history. Shaka found a sense of belonging within the Metha clan. This was a place where he felt he could truly grow and develop his skills. This powerful tribe recognized his potential, seeing in him the spark of greatness that could be nurtured into something extraordinary. He trained alongside their warriors, learning the ways of combat and the importance of unity and strength in numbers. He learned the art of war under Chief Dingiswayo, a leader known for his strategic brilliance and deep understanding of warfare. Dingiswayo became a mentor to the young Shaka, imparting not just the skills of battle, but also the wisdom of leadership and the value of honor. He saw in him the makings of a great leader, someone who could inspire and command with authority and respect. Shaka was a keen observer, always watching and learning from those around him. He saw the strengths and weaknesses of traditional warfare, understanding what worked and what could be improved. He began to formulate his own ideas, envisioning new strategies and tactics that could give his people an edge in battle. His innovations would prove revolutionary, changing the way battles were fought and won. They would change the face of warfare in southern Africa, making his army a formidable force. Shaka mastered the use of the assegai, a short stabbing spear that was more effective in close combat than the traditional throwing spear. He trained his warriors to discard the traditional throwing spear, emphasizing the importance of the assegai in their new combat techniques. He drilled them relentlessly in close quarters combat, ensuring they were prepared for the brutal realities of battle. This new tactic became known as the buffalo horn formation, a strategy that allowed his forces to encircle and crush their enemies. His army, with its disciplined ranks and innovative tactics, became an unstoppable force, feared and respected across the region. News reached Shaka of his father's death. He returned to the Zulu clan, eager to claim his birthright. His older half-brother Sigujana had assumed leadership. Shaka challenged him for the throne. He emerged victorious. Shaka Zulu, the outcast, was now the king. Shaka quickly consolidated his power. He ruthlessly eliminated rivals. He incorporated defeated clans into the Zulu Kingdom. He demanded absolute loyalty. Those who opposed him faced his wrath. His military genius was undeniable. He led his warriors from victory to victory. The Zulu Kingdom expanded rapidly. Neighboring tribes lived in fear of the Zulu war machine. They paid tribute or faced annihilation. The Zulu military machine. Shaka's military innovations were key to his success. He introduced the longer, heavier stabbing spear. He redesigned the cowhide shields, making them larger for better protection. He emphasized speed and agility. His warriors fought barefoot, covering vast distances at incredible speed. The buffalo horn formation became legendary. The strongest warriors formed the chest of the buffalo, engaging the enemy head-on. Younger, faster warriors formed the horns, flanking the enemy and encircling them. This tactic proved devastatingly effective. Shaka's armies were highly disciplined. He enforced strict rules and regulations. He introduced a rigorous training regime. Cowardice was punished severely. His warriors were motivated by a potent mix of fear and loyalty. They were the most formidable fighting force in southern Africa. A kingdom forged in blood. Shaka's reign was a time of great upheaval. The Zulu nation, once a collection of loosely connected clans, was transformed under his leadership. His vision was clear and uncompromising. He was determined to create a powerful, centralized state. This ambition drove him to consolidate power and bring various tribes under a single banner. He implemented social and political reforms that were revolutionary for their time. These changes were aimed at strengthening the state and ensuring loyalty to his rule. He abolished rituals and customs he deemed counterproductive. Traditions that did not serve his vision of a strong, unified Zulu nation were discarded without hesitation. He reorganized the age grade system, integrating young men directly into his army. This not only bolstered his military might but also instilled a sense of discipline and purpose among the youth. His methods, however, were often brutal. Shaka believed that fear and respect were two sides of the same coin, and he did not shy away from using force to achieve his goals. He was ruthless in suppressing dissent. Any opposition to his rule was met with swift and severe punishment, ensuring that his authority remained unchallenged. His wars and conquests led to widespread displacement and suffering. Entire communities were uprooted, and the landscape of the region was forever changed by his relentless campaigns. The period of his rule became known as the Metha, a time of chaos and migration. This era saw the movement of many tribes, either fleeing from Shaka's forces or being absorbed into his growing empire. Yet, amidst the bloodshed, Shaka brought a sense of unity and identity to the Zulu people. His leadership forged a collective Zulu consciousness that had not existed before. He fostered a sense of national pride. The Zulu people began to see themselves as part of a greater whole, united by a common purpose and destiny. He created a powerful kingdom that dominated the region. The Zulu nation, under Shaka's rule, became a formidable force that was respected and feared by its neighbors. His name became synonymous with Zulu power and military prowess. Shaka's legacy is one of both great achievement and great suffering, a testament to the complex nature of his rule.